Hi guys, Matt Lemke here with Through Gamer Goggles, and I'm here with Mana Project Studio. I'm dyslexic, so bear with me. And I'm with Silvia, and we're going to talk about all things that they do, which right now their big thing is still Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
And they do some, that's 5e, right? They do some 5th edition type of stuff.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop has his own original system.
Yes.
We can talk about...
Oh wait, I thought it was Fate Core.
Sorry?
I thought somebody told me it used the Fate Core role-playing system, so this is all standalone.
It's a standalone system.
Oh, that's
They lied to you.
Yeah, somebody lied to me.
Yeah, we have obviously inspiration for that system. The fact is, when we work to a project, we don't just slap a system on it. We really think about the game we are making. For licensing in particular, we really think about the thing we are trying to make. For example, playing Cowboy Bebop with role-playing, we are really big fan at heart of Cowboy Bebop. I used to watch it when I was really tiny, so I have a special love for Cowboy Bebop. We really thought what would be a nice system for Cowboy Bebop, and then we say, well, we can develop a system based on music genre for Cowboy Bebop, so people can have an authentic experience. We worked a lot with feedback from the community about this new system. You know, it's hard to make a new system, you have to play test a lot, you have to redo a lot of things, and that is totally normal. The amazing fact is that the role-playing community was amazing. Here in the US also, that was a lot of the community that helped us on Kickstarter. When they see the first playtesting document, a lot of people were so kind to play it and send us feedbacks. Really long and detailed feedbacks. I spend long nights reading feedbacks, write back to people, discuss with them, trying to understand, because we really want to give people an honest and authentic Cowboy Bebop anime experience.
Okay, so Netflix has a series on this. How influential was the series, or is this truly going just back to the anime?
Zero.
Okay.
Only anime.
I watched Cowboy Bebop to get a better idea of what was going on, and I'm like, it can't be just about these guys. So how different is the game world from? Are you familiar with the Netflix show at all?
Yeah, I watched it. I don't want to say bad thing about that.
It's very different than
because I'm sure that people put a lot of work in trying to make a live action series. I cannot imagine how difficult it is to make a live action of one of the most beloved anime. And I see the effort, but for me it was quite different from the original anime experience. The role-playing game is based on the anime, also by request from Kodansha, which now is Bandai Namco Filmworks. They asked us to remain true to the anime, to the original anime, and the fact that we say, well, obviously fans from the series would love to play our beloved bounty hunters, Faye and Jet and Spike and Hein and everyone else. And you can do that. You have everything to play them. But the most interesting thing, if you are a fan, if you really enjoyed Cowboy Bebop and it was a piece of your art, and it still is to make your own stories. So in the core book we put a lot of content for creating your bounty hunters, your own spaceships, your bounties, your own environment around you. You have everything to create with all the flavor and the lore from Cowboy Bebop. We explained that a lot, but create your own things. And the system was developing to be, you will play with the seats. It's a very fast system. You play your character like it's a stolen car. In Cowboy Bebop, Cowboy Bebop characters don't care. Spike will just take and do Jet Kwando in the face of the bad guys and don't care if it gets shoots. So in the game it's like that. The system is really fast. It's about working together. It's based on music. There are music genres that will go to your abilities, which are differentiated in 5 musical genres. But then you have a lot like action together, group action, like jamming. You have solos. You have so much things that they give you that real nice musical rhythm to your session. If you don't have the bebop in Cowboy Bebop, it's just cowboys in space, you know. And also, I think that we want to bring in the game is the all-around Cowboy Bebop experience. You know, Cowboy Bebop is crazy. You have a lot on it. You have some crazy things, but it's also so introspective. In Cowboy Bebop, one of the themes is the past will come and haunt you. The characters, all of them, they are like invincible, but they have small things that are about their past that are really important to them. So we have rules about that. When you hurt yourself, you know, when things go downhill, that is a lot of the time Cowboy Bebop, you are gonna get bullets, and when you go with 6 bullets, you get a weight, and weight are based on your memory, your core memory about your important things. You know, like Faye memory is the fact that she has not memory of the past. And when you get 3 weights, the session will revolve around the past of your character, like the episode in which Faye finds the videotape and she discovers something about her, or the episode when the past of Jet, you know, that he was a policeman, came out and everything suddenly become dark and kind of sad and kind of introspective. And then episode later, yeah, we come back, we throw kick in the airs, we do crazy thing. And Cowboy Bebop is like that. Your experience in the game will be like in the anime series. I had so much fun. We have done a lot of playtesting. The game has changed a lot, and right now that we are playing the official game in events and things like that, I'm having so much fun, because also people that are not so acquainted with the original series, they try the system and they really play in a manner that shows Cowboy Bebop's values, and it's quite cool for me.
So this system is actually very heavily character story driven.
Yeah, it's really a narrative system. It's a lot about making decisions on the spot. Also for you the game master, which in Cowboy Bebop is called the big shot, obviously. You can make eye prep if you want. It's totally okay. You have a lot of content for our eye prep lovers. You have a chapter about environments, chapter about bounties, chapter about community, about politics, about religions all around the solar system. But also, if you like to run a low prep game, you have a lot of tables where you get the result from the die and you make up things as you go.
So is it a D6 system or? Yes.
Based on D6, yes.
Excellent.
You can throw a bunch of D6. The fact is that depending on the approach, the musical approach, and your abilities that you are able to narrate in the scenes, and also your different mechanics like your groove or your riff, you are gonna throw a certain number of D6. The session is divided in 3 parts. Get everybody and the staff together, which is the first time. You always throw 1d6 every time, then all the characteristics you put in the game and all the dice people give you to help you with the trial. You have 3-2-1 central part, and then you have Let's Jam. Difficulties obviously start from 5, so just as to 15, and then it's divided in 3 parts because Cowboy Bebop revolves a lot around bounties, and we talk a lot about bounties in this book because unless you...
They're an important part.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my knowledge is very limited, and I understand that they're a very important part.
Yeah, they're the most, they are bounty hunters.
Yes, that was actually going to be one of my questions. Do you play anything besides a bounty hunter?
You can play bounty hunters, but you can also play other categories from Cowboy Bebop. You can be a solar tracker, you can be a freelancer, you can be a mafia guy. You can do whatever character you want. Actually, if you want to play a character with like Vicious, from the mafia of Cowboy Bebop, you can. And we have everything you need to settle up your character, your own special character in the game. And the fact with bounties, they are so important. We have worked to make them with archetypes, So you will have the archetype explained, like terrorist or other bounty hunters or genius, and then you can choose to make your own bounty, or you can use the tables to make the bounty yourself. You can take whichever you like and make the new bounty if you are making it up, because they have really important mechanics. As soon as you have not discovered the secret of the bounty, you will be not able to go to the second part of to the third part of the session. In the first one, guest, you know the bounty they present. In the second part, you have to discover their secrets. In the third part, as soon as you discover their secret, you are gonna decide what to do with the bounty, but also what you are gonna do with yourself. Because in Cowboy Bebop, sometimes a bounty is only an excuse for discover more about the characters or the world around them. So the fact is that in Cowboy Bebop, you will not lose your time. You cannot lose your time because there are clocks. There are clocks in the session, and bounty hunters open their clocks, but also the big shot open their clocks. So
it's a race.
Yeah, it's a race between the bounty hunters and the big shot and the world around them. You really need to be fast and try to make the right choice, and even if you make a bad choice, usually when I throw dice I only go very low numbers, so I love the games where low numbers are good. Unfortunately in Cowboy Bebop
I'm gonna fail.
Good numbers
I don't roll low.
5 and things like that. 1 is really bad because 1 gives you shocks, and shocks start to mutilate your traits and you gain weight, so things like that. But when also the game go crazy, you still have to start and find way to get your clocks done, because if the big shot does before you, you are gonna be in big trouble. But it's fun having trouble in Cowboy Bebop.
Right. Anything else you want to add about Bebop? I think you brought more than one book for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of books. Sorry, we really enjoy making games.
Oh no, don't apologize. It's good.
What can I say other than that on Cowboy Bebop? I can say to you, if you want to make a one-shot, if you want to make a short campaign, you absolutely can. We have a lot of material for making quick, easy play to try it, but it is also okay for longer campaign. The amazing mechanic I was talking about, your past that will command you, that you will see in a longer campaign. Like a 1-year campaign, you will be able to discover the past of all of your characters on the table.
And there's a primer still on the Kickstarter or on DrivethruRPG, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we have that.
You can try it there.
Yeah, we have the Quick Start free to download on DrivethruRPG Kickstarter, our website www.manaprojectstudio.com. So download the Quick Start, try it, and let us know what you think. Okay? Well.
All right. What's Historia?
What's Historia? Well, let's go in the world of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Well, we come out from Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Actually, our first work was Journey to Ragnarok.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, this one is the new deluxe edition. Right now is in pre-order. I brought that copy from Italy to...
So this is the only one here?
Yeah, it's the only one in the convention.
It's rare.
Yeah, you can pre-order that on BackerKit. If you go on Echoes of Doom Kickstarter, you will find a link for the pre-order. So if you like Norse mythology and Dungeons and Dragons, Journey to Ragnarok is the setting for you. And this is where we can. This is our first game. We developed that with our friend because we were so passionate about role-playing game, and right now is still one of our best seller here in the US.
Well, nobody I think has really done this, and a lot of people like Norse mythology is kind of exploding in the US for some reason. I don't really understand the logic behind it, but like I think it's a sure way to have some success.
We had studied a lot for making it. We have traveled, to Norway, for example, for Norse Grimoire, which is a supplement to play Norse magic in Dungeons and Dragons. We had to travel to Norway and go to libraries, and they let us study 300 years old grimoires. So, yeah, we also work with historians. Obviously it's Dungeons and Dragons, so it's not an historical setting because it's about the mythology, but we really try to give you an experience about which Norse mythology is in a role-playing game experience. And after that we had fun and fought and still fighting in the Ragnarok. We made Historia, which is quite different because this one is
You're playing a cat.
Yeah, you can play a cat, you can play a dog, you can play a mouse, you can play a duck, whatever you want. This one is our setting, dark Renaissance fantasy setting, and this one revolves all around the politics and the fight for power. You will play as an anthropomorphic animal, and anthropomorphic animals, they represent a lot class distinction in Renaissance society in Europe. So you have the church, you have the politician, you have the farmers, you have the artists, you have everything you want, and the game's changes. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry for my English. The game changes a lot depending on which animal you are gonna choose to play. The fact about Historia is quite different because in Dungeons and Dragons a lot is about killing big monster, and that is totally cool. I love to kill big monster, but in Historia the thing is that the real monster is that inside the people. So it's about class fight, intrigue, politics. The fact is that in the world of Historia there used not to be magic. Someone found a crypt full of dinosaur bones. Dinosaur bones bring out magic in Historia, in Vesteria world, which is the continent where Historias take place. And then people go crazy because everyone wants the power. And you have this really intricate system where you have to fight for the power, and you choose to be, a good guy, fight for the good of your people, for the good of the people, but you can also choose to be a bad guy at the table. So maybe we can have a person who has a character, which is a farmer fighting for his people because they have no food, and another one character, which is like an inquisitor. He doesn't give a damn about the fact they don't have food, he only wants the power. So I think that we have also, I'm sure, we have also quick start for all of our games free on DrivethruRPG. So if you want to see something different for Dungeons and Dragons, I suggest take a look at Historia. Also, we have some beautiful art from
Oh, that's gorgeous.
our Italian artist. Also, Mirko Falloni, which is the dad of Historia. You know, one of the authors is also the main artist for this book. We had more than 40 artists working on it, and it's all based on Renaissance paintings, bringing the feeling out. So, who knows? In Europe, they really love this setting. Actually, in Germany, it's like our bestseller for Dungeons and Dragons. We have bring more here in the US because we have gone sold out. So I think that it's spreading too.
So you already sold out of this at the show?
No,
Okay.
we bring more. We have done an urgent shipment 1 month ago of pallets from our European warehouses because we were low in stock. We were out of Cowboy Bebop after the Kickstarter fulfillment. We have done the orders for, the shop owners, and they buy all the Cowboy Bebop, all the Historia. So right now we are also in shops. We have more. You can find also on our website. You can find our e-commerce. We have actually a warehouse based in the US, so the shipping is friendly. We don't have to ship those from Italy because it can get expensive for our players.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like that. And then may interest you in our third setting for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Is that okay to bring out more?
Yes.
Bam! Nightfell. Nightfell is our grim, dark horror setting based on Italian folklore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we won with the Bestiary. We won a Golden Annie for Best Monster Adversary. The Bestiary was so amazing because you can play monster from Italian and European folklore in the Nightfell setting, but also in your pre-existing Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So if you want new monster, something interesting, that's totally a cool book in my opinion. I really love that. Well, I work on that, so I really grow a fan on it, but I also played it in my campaigns, and it's quite useful. Right now we have a new book for that, which is Children of the Moon, which is about playing lycanthropy. You can play lycanthropy in the Dungeons and Dragons setting or with Nightfell. You can use it anyway. And you can play all kind of lycanthropes, not only wolves, also bears, rats, everything you want you can have. And in this book is like a big toolbox from the Italian folklore and D&D. You have new classes, you have new legendary items, you have 70 new spells for Dungeons and Dragons. It's called the School of Blood Magic, so dark. Well, it's a horror setting, you have to make it a...
Blood, blood, everybody associates it with darkness.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have a bestiary also inside this book, an adventure from level 1 to 19.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
that all revolves around the lycanthropy. So this one is new. Is in Genco new. We have fulfilled the Kickstarter a month ago, so now we are happy to bring that also in the US and having people playing it.
Excellent.
Well, and after that, so sorry to keep you here so much
No.
talking about games and games and games.
I've had interviews as long as an hour.
Okay. Now I will try to keep it short, but I would also love to talk to you about Not the End. Not the End is also a new game for the US. Actually, in Italy is one of the most loved role-playing games. It has won Game of the Year in Italy, and is an original system called Exits, where you play with tokens, and it's really a narrative system. The core book is all about being an engine. In the core book you will find the rules for the system. The most important things about the rule I have to say is that at the end you will play always an hero. You will be always an hero, and you have to grow through good things happening to you and bad things happening to you. And it's a very narrative system, and you can use the system for run whichever setting you would like. For example, some of my friends asked me to play Borderlands in role-playing game, and I used not the end system for making it. So if you want to play the cowboys, you can. If you want to play ninjas in space, you can. The fact with not the end, the really nice fact is the only limit is your fantasy, what you have in mind. And is also a useful tool for people which have a nice idea, cool idea, but don't have the system or don't have the time to adapt a system. This system is made for being adaptive to most situations. And we love so much the game in Italy that we say to the authors, Fumble Tabletop RPG, we say to them, we would love to translate that in English and bring that in Europe and also in the US. We have finally bring it here in the US, and this year we got 6 nominations at the Emmys for Not the End.
Excellent. So you guys are doing a lot of good work.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's not easy to win in any.
Yeah, we know that. We have some for Best Monster Adversary. We have, I think, one for Best Art Interior, and we have also one for Historia. But it was really, really hard to win an Emmys, but we are so honored and grateful to be nominated by the judges, and we are so grateful for that.
A lot of that comes from the fans. I've taken the survey for the Emmys.
Okay.
It takes me about 3 hours, because sometimes I'm like, what is this? And I got to go do some research.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very inclusive, and a lot of the early on, I think they start usually somewhere around March, they put out a feeler for people that want to vote.
Amazing! That's so cool. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I know for our publisher, they send us the call and say, well, which is new this year, out this year, you can bring out to the Emmys. You ship the books to the judges, and then whichever gets nominated, then the players decide how to vote and their opinion. That, in my opinion, is quite cool, because at least is a prize given by the players to the publisher, which I prefer when our players giving feedbacks and things like that, because in the end what really matters is the experience of people playing your game. You can make the most beautiful, amazing, breathtaking, never seen before game, but if people don't play it, it doesn't exist still. The games really lives when people play it and have their experience and they enjoy it,
Anything else you want to add? What's coming up?
Oh, what's coming up?
What's your next feature?
A lot. We have a lot on our hands. Well, what I can say, next coming are Elder Mythos role-playing game, our first game based on the Year Zero system, hacked and twisted Year Zero system. I will say, why be a cultist when you can be Cthulhu? You will be a great ancient from Lovecraftian literature, and fight for spreading despair in the universe. Quite fun. I'm playtesting it right now with our development team, and I have so much fun. Then we have Royal Blood coming, second edition, in collaboration with our amazing friend Rowan Rukendecker. After that, Ghost in the Shell role-playing game is coming, so Session 9 fans, keep your ears up. A Kickstarter is coming, and after that, what can I also say? Well, We have also expanding in tabletop games, and we have a big surprise that will come, I think, in the end of the year. Something really different from Mana Project Studio. We are still working on it. I cannot say nothing. I'm so sad because it's so fun, and you know, we make a lot of dark and spooky games sometimes, and this one is totally new about having fun and being crazy with your friends, and I cannot wait.
It's a party game.
All right.
Party tabletop role-playing game.
Thank you very much.
You're
It
very
was a pleasure.
welcome. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.